lowest ranked countries on the HDI, landing itself as the 8th poorest country. But what is HDI? HDI, or Human Development Index, is a statistical index of the important 4 tiers of human development, which are life expectancy, education, gross national income per capita, and standard of living. Haiti is ranked 170 out of 189 countries on the HDI. Its average life expectancy is 64, almost 20 years less than Australians, and the average years of schooling is almost 10 years compared to Australia's 22 years. Now over to Julia. Haiti is a small country, 28,000 square kilometres to be exact. To put this in proportion, you could fit 277 Haitis in Australia, which has a landmass of 7.7 million square kilometres. Located in the Caribbean of North America, bordering the Dominican Republic, it is home to 11.3 million people and is surrounded by mountainous terrain, fertile valleys, and many offshore islands due to the seismic activity. I'm here in the capital, Port-au-Prince, which was named after the first French ship to arrive on the island, so it's no wonder the national language is a mix between French and Haitian Creole. A small tropical country, perfect for a beach vacation, right? Wrong. Haiti is actually ranked the 4th most corrupt country in the world. It is on the cusp of political and economical crisis. But why? Back to you at the studio, Eva.
Due to continual natural disasters and political instability, Haiti is declared to be the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere and one of the poorest countries worldwide.
Almost 60% of the population lives under the national poverty line of just $16.87 per week, which comparatively is 27 times lower than the 13.2% of Australians living under our poverty line of $457 a week. On average, a Haiti citizen will most typically earn just over $9,000 annually, with the 13.78% of the population having to survive while being unemployed. This unemployment rate comes from the difficulty to find a job, as half the population does not get adequate education. On the 8th of February, anti-government protests took the streets of Haiti for the resignation of President Jovenel Moïse. Haitian citizens demand resignation due to the alleged corruption of the government, as according to Haitians and politicians, members of the government are using the uprising of gangs to cause dissent by offering them guns, money, and impunity.
Pierre Esperance, director of the Human National Rights Defense Network in Haiti, has stated that the government don't really want to work for the Haitian people to improve them. They work for themselves once they get to power. They want to steal money.
In response to these demands, President Moïse has said to his people, "Your president, the one you voted for, is not corrupt and never will be," and encourages the people of Haiti to take a path of peace and development after refusing to step down.
Australia's HDI is relatively high, and its government plays a big part in it. Our political system is far from perfect. However, it is a democracy, meaning that every single citizen has the right to be heard. Our political stability, transparent regulatory system, and sound governance frameworks underpin its economic resilience.
Thank you. Throughout its history, Haiti has been hit by natural disaster after natural disaster. Its location in the Caribbean puts it in prime hurricane and tropical storm territory. Over the past 30 years, weather conditions have been getting worse as the climate continues to change. Since 1998, Haiti has been hit by 10 hurricanes and other tropical storms, causing widespread loss of life and flooding with every landfall. Other natural disasters, such as the 2010 earthquake, have also resulted in massive amounts of property and infrastructure damage, especially in urban areas. This combination of environmental factors worsened by soil erosion has greatly contributed to Haiti being considered the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. It's difficult to stand on your own 2 feet when you're being washed away by the storm. Here are some of the biggest natural disasters that have hit Haiti in the 21st century. Number 1. A combination of 2 hurricanes, named Ivan and Janine, caused massive damage in Haiti in September of 2004. Ivan's impact was serious, with flooding causing damage in several regions across the country. Number 2. Throughout August and September of 2008, Haiti was repeatedly hit by a number of tropical storms and hurricanes. Each time one hit, it compounded the damage left by the previous one. Number 3. In terms of loss of life, the earthquakes of January 2010 were the worst natural disasters to hit Haiti in generations, killing approximately 300,000 people in areas affected. The last major hurricane to hit Haiti was also one of the worst. Hurricane Matthew was a Category 4 storm that caused a catastrophic amount of damage to Haiti's infrastructure and agricultural industry, while also killing approximately 600 people and displacing tens of thousands. It was the strongest storm to hit Haiti since 1964, but due to the effects of recent deforestation and soil erosion, the flooding and damage to the country was much worse than it was 50 years before. In the end, it was estimated that the damages would cost $1.8 whopping billion. As you can see, Haiti has indeed had their fair share of heavily detrimental natural disasters.
In conclusion, Haiti's low Human Development Index is greatly affected by the political and economical crises, as well as the continuing natural disasters and the government's lack of natural disaster relief. Thank you for watching.